Most people think mind reading is impossible. It's not. You don't need psychic powers, and you don't need manipulation. You just need observation and pattern recognition. Human behavior follows predictable psychological rules. Micro-expressions, tone shifts, body positioning, and word choices all leak information, and once you learn to see it, you can't unsee it. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 psychology tricks to read anyone, their confidence, their intentions, their insecurities. Stay until the end, because the last one is subtle, but it reveals more than anything else. 1. Watch their baseline before you can detect change. You need to know what normal looks like. Every person has a behavioral baseline. Some people naturally avoid eye contact. Some talk with their hands. Some speak fast. That doesn't mean they're lying, that's just their default. The mistake most people make is looking for isolated signals, but reading people isn't about single behaviors. It's about deviations. If someone who normally speaks calmly suddenly speeds up, something changed. If someone confident suddenly crosses their arms tightly, something shifted. If someone expressive suddenly becomes rigid, there's an internal reaction happening. Always observe first. Judge later. Baseline before conclusion. 2. Eye contact reveals power dynamics. Eyes tell you more about dominance and insecurity than words ever will. Confident people don't stare aggressively. They maintain steady, relaxed eye contact. Insecure people either avoid eye contact too much or overcompensate by staring intensely. Also notice when eye contact breaks. If you ask a difficult question and their eyes immediately look down or away, that's discomfort. If they hold eye contact and slow down their speech, that's control. The person who controls eye contact often controls the frame of the conversation. Watch the eyes. They leak intention. 3. Listen to what they don't say. Silence reveals more than speech. When you ask someone a question, pay attention to how long they pause, whether they answer directly, and whether they over-explain. Honest answers are usually simple. When someone adds too many unnecessary details, they may be trying to convince you, not inform you. Notice deflection too. If you ask, "Did that bother you?" and they respond with, "Why would you think that?" they avoided answering. What people avoid often matters more than what they express. 4. Feet never lie. Here's something most people ignore. Feet reveal direction of intention. If someone's body faces you, but their feet point toward the exit, they subconsciously want to leave. If their feet are angled toward someone else in a group conversation, that's where their interest is. Feet are honest because we don't consciously control them like facial expressions. The upper body can fake engagement. Feet reveal truth. Next time you read in a conversation, glance down briefly. You'll start seeing who actually wants to be there. 5. Notice how they treat low status. People want to know someone's real character. Watch how they treat people. They don't need waiters, cashiers, assistants, strangers. People reveal their ego when there's no social benefit to behaving well. If someone is charming to their boss but dismissive to staff, that's insecurity masked as confident. True power doesn't punch down. It remains steady, regardless of status. How someone treats those beneath them tells you how they'll treat you when you're vulnerable. 6. Micro-expressions happen in half a second. Micro-expressions are tiny emotional flashes that appear before a person regains control. A quick flash of contempt, fear, anger, or disgust happens in less than a second. For example, you tell someone good news. They smile, but before that smile, there's a split-second tension in the jaw. That flash might be envy. Or you confront someone calmly and see a brief flare in their eyes before they compose themselves. That's emotional leakage. You won't catch it if you're distracted, but once you train yourself to observe faces closely, you'll start seeing emotions people try to hide. 7. Mirroring shows who holds power. Humans subconsciously mirror people they feel connected to or influenced by. If someone mirrors your posture, your speech, speed, or your tone, they're syncing with you. But here's the deeper layer. The person who mirrors less often usually holds more psychological power. Leaders rarely mirror. Followers, though. In negotiations, relationships, and even friendships, watch who adjusts to who. If you lean back and they lean back seconds later, they're aligning with you. Mirroring isn't manipulation. It's a window into influence. Reading people isn't about control. Learning to read people isn't about exploiting them. It's about awareness. When you can read emotions, tension, insecurity, and intention, you stop being blindsided. You choose better relationships. You avoid manipulation. You navigate conversations strategically. Most people move through life emotionally blind, but once you train your observation, you start seeing what was always there. Now I'm curious, which of these 7 signs surprised you the most? Comment the number below. And if you want a part 2, there are even deeper psychological tells we can cover next. Just say part 2 in the comments.